Well, salutations, kindred spirits. Welcome back to another weekly Wednesday magic lesson. Today we're going to talk about some rope stuff, but it's not really magic. No, it's not magic. What is it? It's knotology. And hey, let's take a look at the shorts that inspired this lesson. Check it out. For your viewing edification, I offer a demonstration in the art of knotology. Yeah, knotology, which is not really magic, but hey, this took a while to learn, so I have to show this stuff to someone. I blame it on some bad job counseling I had back in the 80s. So hey kids, stay in school. This could happen to you. The vanishing knot, I like how it appears to disappear right at the last moment. Need that knot back, that's not a problem. Look, we can just shoot it. Boop, right back on there. Hey, this guy's pretty good. Our grand finale, the piece de resistance, not only visually appealing, but also a time saver, the world's fastest shoelace. That's all fine and dandy unless those ends go through the loops. I'm sure you've had that problem. That's a knotty situation. But hey, if you know knotology, that's not a problem. And I guess all that's left is an applause cue. That's where you like and share. Thanks. Okay, so that's my knotology routine, a series of knots, flourishes, false knots that I use in conjunction with other rope stuff. It's modular, so you can add or take away from it as needed, and it's a good way to strengthen or lengthen your existing rope material. I use 4 or 5 different things, and hey, we're going to cover all of them right now. So let's get started with the one-handed knot. This is how I open the series. It's a toss the rope up, and the knot forms on its way down. This is based on the classic handling of the one-handed knot, which starts with the rope held between your pinky and third finger, and then the thumb and the first finger. So it's in this kind of position. This allows you want this end a little closer, more like this. What's gonna happen is the hand's gonna bend down, your first 2 fingers are gonna clip that shorter end of rope and allow the loop to fall through that, and a knot will form on the way down. So this is the classic handling for the one-handed knot. Start in this position, clip, drop, and there's your knot. That's in the Mark Wilson course, FYI. Always love the Mark Wilson course. I like to do this knot on the fly, so I'll throw the rope into the air, catch it into that position on its way down, and then form the knot using centrifugal motion in that fashion. Maybe we can do this in a slow motion for you. I'll try the slow-mo mode and see if we can get that working. The one-handed knot. So the second knot I did was the Chefalo Knot. This is one of my favorite false knots. It really looks like a big jumbled mess. I mean, look at that thing. It doesn't look like that would not be a knot, but hey, it's not. That's the Chiffolo Knot, and I'm going to teach you how to do this. It's right over left, left over right, down through the bottom and up through the top. And this will probably be easier to describe if we get a back view. So let me go point of view on this one, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, the Shefalo Knot can get a little confusing. I am going to recommend a reference here. The Abbott's Encyclopedia of Rope Magic has some great resources, including this knot. So if you need a little more detail after the instruction, maybe go there. But here, let's try and walk through it. The way I always remember this is it's right over left, make a knot. Left over right, make a knot. Then that end goes down through the bottom loop, down through the bottom loop, and then it goes up through the top loop. If you do that all in the correct manner, you'll end up with what appears to be a knot, but slowly pulling this allows it to dissolve at the last moment. So let's do that one more time in a learnable manner, a little bit slower. Here we go. One end of the rope held pinched at the fingers and thumbs. Again, right over left, so the right hand goes over the left, tie the overhand knot. Then the left hand end goes over the right, tie the knot. Then that right end goes down through the bottom loop. So pull it down through the bottom loop. Notice my fingers here keeping this upper loop open, because now that end goes up through the top loop. And as you slowly pull this apart, that forms the Chefalo. That is probably my favorite vanishing knot. Okay, so after the Chefalo knot vanishes, I like to bring it back using the bow and arrow knot. This is a knot I learned from Di Vernon via Carl Fulves' Chronicles book. It's basically tying a overhand knot, but you finish it by shooting the end through the loop And hey, let's get a point of view on this one as well. Check it out from the back side. Okay, so for the bow and arrow knot, we're going to think of this as an overhand knot where the extra piece gets shot through the hole you need to go through. So to do that, your left finger and thumb pinch an end of the rope, as does the right. The right hand moves in front of the left and brings the rope over the first finger, and then your thumb pinches that situation. This is an exposed view. This right hand pulls, creates tension. When you release the tension, it'll fire that end through the loop. If you pinch with your forefinger and thumb on that top piece, when you drop it, you'll have your bow and arrows knot. And that's how you do that. Pinch at the finger and thumb, bring the right hand forward over the first finger, pinch that junction, pull for tension, and shoot it right through. And that's your bow and arrow knot. So that's the bow and arrow knot. That's worth learning. And lastly, we're going to talk about the world's fastest shoelace. World's fastest shoelace. That is, unless the ends go through the loops, then you're stuck in a knotty situation, but that's not a problem. That's not a problem. It's the world's fastest shoelace. And let's take a look at that from behind. Okay, and last but not least, here we go with the world's fastest shoelace. The rope begins on your outstretched palms, palm up. Your thumb and first and second fingers are going to pinch the rope, and then the hands move towards each other. As they do so, the first and second fingers open up. You're going to make scissors with these two fingers, and then you're going to use those scissors to grasp the ends, the end side where the ends are. Grasp the end sides of the rope with those scissor fingers. So the right hand moves to the left and grasps that inside, and the left hand moves to the right and scissors that inside. And if you get that right, when you pull the hands apart, that's what makes your world's fastest shoelace. So one more time, outstretch hands, palm up, pinch the rope, you're sideways, bring the hands together, make your scissored fingers, scissor clip the end sides of the rope, and then when you pull your hands apart, that's the magic shoelace. To make the knot vanish, your forefingers and thumb reach through the loops and then pinch the ends, the right and the left, pull them through the loops, and as you pull it, that will make what appears to be a knot, but that is in fact a slip knot, and a little bit of tension just makes that thing disappear. And lastly, after the magic shoelace and the ends go through the loops to make the knot, you might want to make that knot come right off the rope. And to do this, you just need a knot. This is a knot that I glued together from a piece of rope. I keep that hidden. I just had it off screen on the video. In real life, you have a little more misdirection to manage these situations, and I might have this in my back pocket or maybe on a paper clip to pull from a secret spot. And so I'll do the magic shoelace, and the ends go through the loops, creating the supposed knot. We're in my slip knot. In real life, I'd be presenting this to the audience. That's when I would steal, under this kind of knot thing. I just go behind and I go right out of the back pocket, finger palming the extra knot. This hand covers the existing knot if you pull to upset the knot, and then you can pinch that fake knot against the rope to make it look like that knot's still on there. When you're ready for the magic, just bring it into view, and that's how you pull a knot off a rope. And those are all good moments. The one-handed knot, the Chefalo, the bow and arrow, the shoelace, the knot off the rope. They've served me well for 20 plus years, and maybe they'll serve you well too. I hope so. That's gonna bring us to the end of this video. Once again, I thank you. Thank you for your time, attention, and energy, and hey, I'll see you on the next clip. Ciao for now.